Here's a photograph I took a couple of years ago. It was a friend's wedding, well, friend of a friend, and it's, I forget the name of the river now, but it's in Weeford, on the way to Lichfield. So we've got all the usual gear, got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber, light red. Brushes, large one Ransonite, number 3 rigger, 3/4 inch flat. The Cotman watercolours, water, tissue in case I want to dab some of the paint out. Got 15 by 11 Fabriano watercolour paper. Bulldog clip to a piece of 9mm plywood. Holds it down solid, it ain't going to go anywhere. So let's start by giving the paper a good soaking with a large ache. Just clean water, straight out of the jar, just to lubricate the sky, well everywhere, the sky, foreground, everything. It makes the paper stretch evenly so you don't get those dreaded crinkles that look so ugly. Raw sienna, just bash it in, total random, no real order to it. And then I'm going to clean the brush and I'm going to go into ultramarine, just straight on its own. Whack it in from the right hand side. Might even just stick a bit of Payne's grey on it as well, just to burn it up a bit. And you see where the water's coming down. I've slightly over wet it, so I'm just catching those drops of water as it comes down the page. And then I want the obviously the water will be reflecting the colours of the sky, so I want to get some of that colour into that water area, which will be along here somewhere. Bash that in. Maybe even a bit of alizarin crimson, Payne's grey. A few little grey clouds just hopping around everywhere. Bit of a grab the tissue, just take out a few little bits of cloud. Don't go mad with it though, because you'll lose the effect. I'll generally do it where the water's getting a little bit out of hand. Obviously don't cover up the bits you like. Any little bits you don't like, where it's just not quite mixing right, or or it's dripping down a bit too much. I've got rid of most of those drippy bits now, so that'll do for that. And we've got there's a distant hill, so I'm just going to put that in before the first I'm going to check where the horizon, I'm going to put the horizon about there, so I'll just put the hill just somewhere over there like that. Something like that. And I'll give that a quick dry. Well, not totally dry, but just enough to stop the paint from coming any further down the paper. That'll do it. Just soak that little pool of water up there at the bottom of the page. You can see how the paper's stretched, so I'm just going to pull it tight, refix it on the right hand side with these clips, and I'm ready to go again. But you can see the advantage of wetting it first. The way you get the soft edges, and it just blends nicely from one colour to the next, as opposed to what I'm about to do now, do it on drier. It's not bone dry, but it's there or thereabouts. So if I take those same sky colours, and then if I put in these distant trees first, you see, because the paper's now dry, you get a hard edge to it. And then to help with recession, you sort of, when you do your greens, sort of start from the bluey end of the green spectrum, and then work work your way out a bit more yellow, raw sienna, makes it nice and bright as you get closer and closer to the foreground. And then add a bit of Payne's grey to make it nice, really rich, darky green. See just a variation there. And then right into the shadowy bits down there. Maybe see a few trunks. Clean the brush. I'm going to go in raw sienna. I'm just going to get right up there and bring it down. Don't want to come any lower than that now. And then I'll just put the quick sweep into this left hand river bank. I'm just going to vary the colour now as I come down. And it's going to come something like that. That's the left hand side in. Now on the right, you don't actually see the water until it's sort of round there and it's sweeping all the way around, but you don't see it till about there. So for this bit, I'm just going to put a bit of raw sienna, lemon yellow, Payne's grey. I want to come back to light, so I'm cleaning the brush, back into the light colours, lemon yellow, raw sienna, keep varying it. Raw sienna, ultramarine, now I'm down to near the bank now, so I'm going burnt umber, something like that, and I'm going to give that a quick dry. What I might do first is just switch to the rigger. Nice dark colour. I generally go for dark. I go like burnt umber, ultramarine, and it's almost black then. And just stick some of these trunks in. Just a bit of variation to the bits you scraped out with your finger. And then just come down a bit on there. That'll do. Now I'll give it a quick dry. Along this right hand bank we've got some fence posts, so I'm going to switch the 3/4 inch flat, just give that a quick damp in, and I'm going to go into the dark colour, so I'm going back into this burnt umber, ultramarine, Now the bank sort of comes down there. I didn't really do that very well, should I? I should have changed direction with the stroke. Sort of the land like that, and then the bank should have come down, but never mind. I'm just gonna start something like and remember they get smaller and closer together as they go away. Always just tick the bottom away just to now across the top. I'm just going to do a few quick rigger strokes. Just like again, just a quick suggestion of the fence there. There's also another fence in the further back. It sort of goes off something like that. Now that one, I ain't going to bother putting the cross pieces in because you probably wouldn't be able to see them from this distance anyway. Now, what I want to do is get some reflections in the water, so I'm just going to wet that area again. Obviously, because it's dry, what already is there is not going to get moved about the paint. Well, there wasn't much colour in it anyway. I didn't really do a very good job of that. Then I'm going to start reflecting these trees. So we sort of, I'm trying to copy the colours that are above it. Now normally I'll do this at the same time, so you see you've got to struggle to try and get these same colours. There's a bit of bank reflected in there as well. Just pull down a few of those tree trunks. Just generally. Just give the impression of those tree trunks being reflected. And what I want to do, I just want to strengthen these banks again because I've another dark colour on the hike. I'm just going to a few little little reeds and stuff. Down the reflections. Yeah, they don't have to be absolutely perfect, but as long as it's sort of there or thereabouts. A few more here. More colour down there, I think. Just try and emphasise Just add a bit of life to it. Let's just have a couple little figures doing something, and then some birds up there in the sky, and then down in this right hand corner just pop your signature. I'll call that one finished. I'll just give it a quick dry. Let's have a look at the painting. This is the finished painting. Let's just have a quick look at the photograph. As you can see, composition wise I've changed nothing. We've still got the trees going from distance all the way into the foreground and the wide sweep of the river. The only man-made elements are the fence posts running along the front here and along the back. I've put the reflections of the trees in the water, just try and make the water a bit more realistic, and a couple of little figures there to add a bit of life to the painting. Not much tonal difference in the trees there, farb ones and the more middle ground trees. In the painting, you see, I've tried to create recession by doing the background ones the same colour as the sky, and then the trees sort of get more and more stronger as they come forward. Now fence posts there, just add a bit of man-made feature to the scene. Thanks for watching, keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.